Okay. So, how do you like this Discord?
I mean, it's okay. I never really had a problem with you guys. I told Joaquin to give you guys Backyard Blood Sports the first week I talked to him, but he never wanted to listen. I was the only person that was telling everybody to put Aqua and Tui on the stream so that they could hash things out, and Anal on the stream so they could hash things out. Joaquin was the one that never wanted you guys to have a voice.
Well, no, they don't talk anyway. Like they don't talk. They're behind the scenes. Like
Aqua's
you might
before.
Yeah, once or twice, you know, because he's got a foreign language or whatever. But they're not very talkative people.
Joaquin was very heavily in the belief that you guys were all faggots, and he didn't want to give you guys a voice at all. And I was like, well, what do you want to do? And he always wanted to just like break off from you dudes, drop everybody, including Diogenes and all those people whose asses he's kissing now, and go hit up Scrub and start a channel with them. And I posted the screenshots of him talking about it, and the screenshots of him talking about all the plans that he had to just drop everybody, including the entire fan base, and go do his own thing.
Okay, so you found Broseph, right? You doxed Broseph.
No, Brusef actually asked me if I could find anything about him, and I said the only thing I could find was his first and last name. But there was not really anything. And then I showed him exactly how I found it, and then he should like spam change his Steam profile thing. Like I was cool with him. There's a bunch of shit that like I was given by Joaquin that he had already had saved up. Like he was saving their Steam profiles, their Twitters, like everything he could possibly give me, and then he just stacked all of it together.
Alright, I've seen the chats. You did dox Broseph and Aqua, or attempted to it at least.
The only thing you could find on them is their names, and like who gives a shit. You can ask Tui though. I completely doxed the shit out of Joaquin and his entire family, and I'll openly give it to anybody because I don't give a fuck about that dude.
Well.
And Aqua, if you want to know how I found that name, you can literally just look up the history for your old Steam profile that you were using. And back in the day before Steam Community became a thing, like back, I think it was like in 2013, when Steam Community first launched, they literally just pulled your first and last name from your billing info, and they threw it on there as your name on the Steam Community, and you had to go and remove it. Well, there was an old username, and it said Sam, and then there was a last name that had 99 in it, and I didn't believe it was you. But when I told it to him, he was like, "That's totally him. I'm gonna look up every single one in Spain until I find him." And I was like, "Okay, have fun, dude. I don't give a fuck."
How would you link Aqua with that Steam account, though?
It was Aqua's Steam account. It was the Axe's Cold one, and he was friends with Tui and Anal Vape and all the other dudes on Steam.
This is why I haven't given a single person my Steam account. Fuck that shit.
Dude, you're literally friends with Broseph.
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have any of this stream shit or any of this fucking video game bullshit, but you can find me on my Facebook.
Dude, I don't care about your Facebook. Like, I would never have any problem with any of you, dude.
Well, like, all right, man. I didn't like. All right,
I've shown every single screenshot with him, and it's always him asking me.
Okay,
it's never me asking him.
My first thing that came up to you is that Anal Vape had sent me a message, because I had seen you on the BYBS and was like, okay, but Anal Vape had sent me a message and was like, Zoom is an ethical doxer and stuff like that. And
Anal Vape lies. I have a recording of him admitting he lied.
Well, I'm a boomer, you know, everybody calls me boomer or whatever, you know, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, oh, you know, that's kind of, but, you know, that was kind of fucked. So all I had to go off of you was like, oh, this, you know, this guy is an ethical doxer or whatever. But like, I don't pay too much time on this about, you know, stuff outside of, you know, our small little community. Like the other shit comes in, I'm just kind of like, but things just kept coming in. Things kept flowing in like a fucking river, like a fucking waterfall, just coming in, flowing in. And I don't know, man. Like those recordings and shit. Like I can understand like Joaquin being like, oh no, dude, fucking you know, it was out of context. I can understand like because there were some people in here that had talked to old girl or whatever, about like, oh no, it was just bullshit, and like me going back and listening to it 2 or 3 times.
She said it was all bullshit, and then Wormy the other day, he got on with everybody, and he said that King of Pole just harassed them all week, and then he had to pay Raze, and Raze just found 3 random recordings and gave them to him, and then King of Pole literally just made up a whole story about it, and then got 2 people that I had just owned for fucking extorting a 15-year-old and breaking her down into tears, which really pissed me off. Because like they got together with a dude that just swats everybody, and they doxed her, and then they called her and they were like, "Yeah, we know where your family lives, and if you tell anybody what Mark did, we're gonna ruin your life." And like the poor girl came to me crying, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I completely destroyed the dude. Like he said on stream, like his power was off, he had no internet. Like I have a video of him crying, begging me to stop fucking with him.
I mean, like this is the deep shits parts of the internet that I don't want any part of. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to go down these rabbit holes. Like I was kind of intrigued a little bit, but like I don't want fucking.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
Hey,
the only thing I wanted to do was talk shit to him.
Tell me who Tui is.
I don't know anything about Tui.
Okay,
tell me his name.
What's Aqua's real name?
The only thing I found that was even remotely close to apparently who Aqua was this Axis called Steam name, and when you pull the old history for it, there's a username SamFontes99, and that was his original thing for when Steam community joined up, because it would show your actual username for Steam and whatever name you had on the billing address. But it was changed, and then he changed it again and again and again, and it got left, and it got
you doxed the wrong person. You doxed the wrong person.
Well, it's Axis Colt, and he's friends with people that were in, the actual Discord with you guys. So I didn't know if it was him or not. And then I heard he was in Spain. And I said, dude, I don't give a fuck if he's in Spain. I can't do anything to the dude. I don't give a fuck. And then I found out that like Joaquin and Evan Masters or whatever were lying about it.
You have Hetzer. You have Hetzer as your Steam button.
Really, really common. It was a very popular anime.
Muhammad Rasul ul Mulahim al Matula.
They were basically flat out lying to me, because they were saying like, oh, Tui, he said he definitely has Hetzer, and he's gonna dump her whole family all over the place, and they got her so scared. I look at it and it's absolute bullshit.
Tui, I haven't looked at your profile. I just said he added you.
Just want to ask you, Zoom. So apparently, Joachim was talking to you about going on Scrub Stream.
Well, originally I was on Scrub Stream like a lot that week before that happened. And when we were on Scrub Stream, we were talking. We were doing a Baked Alaska thing, and I said,
"Why do you
hey, it would be really funny if I just went on there and completely blasted Baked Alaska. Let's get him to come on here." And then Scrub was like, I don't know, man. I don't think people want to see that. And I was like, no, they'll definitely want to see it. If I just want to annihilate him verbally. Blasted. And then he's like, all right, let's give it a try. And he gets Baked Alaska on, and then all of a sudden he's got like 3,000 viewers, and I'm just completely destroying Baked. And then after we finished that
how'd you get him?
Scrub was like, wow, dude, that was a smart idea. Thanks for that. I got a lot of views. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he like blew up, because a lot of people were like, wow, you're really funny. And then they brought him on fucking Ralph Victoria and everything. And I was like, oh, that's good. Scrub's a cool dude. He's a good host. He hosted us a few times. And I told Joaquin, I was like, well, if you have such a huge problem with all these anime guys, why don't you just give them what they want? And he's like, oh, they don't know what they want. I'm like, dude, they want you to leave BYBS, and they want you to completely just fuck off. Because they're just going to follow you around and trash you until you get spurged. And every time you spurg out, you give them exactly what you want, and you're a fucking idiot. You're not going to beat them in any kind of argument, because you don't know how to remain completely objective and not emotional. You get way too emotional. I was
just asking, because was there at any point, did Scrub at any point like agree to become co-host with Joachim?
No, he was hosting us. Like, he hosted us a few times, and we were talking with him and Queen of Bands chick and a few other people about just starting something completely new. And giving you guys, BYBS, and letting ANCAP be the person that controls it. Just stepping away from all of that and just leaving them alone. And Joaquin's original idea was to just drop everybody. Everybody that thought he was his friend, he was going to drop all of them, like just for me and 2 other people. And I was like, I don't know about that. And I posted the screenshots of him telling me about his whole plan to drop everybody. I told him the biggest thing that you guys had was that you just liked fucking with him, but you also didn't want him on Backyard Bloodsports, and he thought it was fucked up that he was cutting ANCAP out. And his original argument was, and I kind of agreed with it, is like, ANCAP's a cool dude, but he doesn't pay attention when he hosts. I mean, if you watch some of his things, if he's not engaged or he doesn't care about the actual topic, he won't pay attention when he's hosting. And you'll sit there and he'll be like, okay, so why did this dude rob the bank? And you'll be like, oh, well, he robbed the bank because of X and Y. And then he'll completely zone out on that entire conversation. And then he'll come back and we'll be in the middle of discussing something. People will start to argue. And it'll get to the point where there's about to be blood sports. And he'll just completely cut off that whole conversation and whoever is talking. And he'll say, oh, okay. So I basically have one question because I'm a bit unsure about this. Why did you rob the bank? It's like, dude, we just had that whole discussion. Have you not been paying attention for the past 15 minutes? And it's like, it's nothing personally against him. Like, I'm sure he's a good host and he's hosted a lot of cool shit, but he does that constantly. And he was doing that constantly every time we had people on the stream. So Joaquin got annoyed with it. That's why he wanted Scrub to host, because Scrub doesn't do that. I have nothing against ANCAP, but he wanted to completely cut ANCAP out of everything.
Okay. Just curious.
So what's the plan now?
Oh, I'm going to crucify Joaquin in front of everybody.
How so?
And why do you rejoin the clown horde?
Well, he's been here since the start. He had spies in here, you know that.
I never had a problem with you dudes. You can ask Stewie. I never had a problem with you guys.
No, just mild curiosity. So just here for a shit show.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Like, if he's gonna come in here and lie to you guys because he doesn't want to get on, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna show the truth.
Wait,
he's full of shit.
So how did you feel about when people had happened upon that? What was it, the MS Discord or whatever, and those other two guys?
Had nothing to do with it. Like, I openly told you dudes, I used to be a huge host on Blab. Like, I was a really popular host on Blab, and I was one of Martin Shkreli's main admins. It was me and Billy the Fridge. And I told you guys that. I said it on stream. Like, I had no problem with you guys. Apparently, you guys got into an argument with that Damon guy. And you guys didn't even know I was on there, apparently. I mean, at least that's what I've heard. And you guys were just there to fuck with Damon, and then King of Pole followed you guys around because he's like a fucking... I guess he was looking for somebody's dick to suck. Then apparently he started harassing people and somebody I used to date because he's a fucking faggot who just wants drama.
Well, he always says every morning, like when he comes in, because usually about 5 o'clock Central Time, he pops in. That's about the time I'm going to work. He's always like, man, I just woke up to all these tweets and mentions and all this shit. He said, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of everybody, you know.
Dude, I think he's full of shit. He's always saying like, "Oh, I get all these tweets and all these people," and then you fucking look him up and nobody's tweeting him. He's full of shit.
Now about the bothering your ex-girlfriend thing, you like, I mean, I don't hate you, but you know that video, it looked pretty bad.
There's other videos that they didn't include that Wormy showed people. Like, there was a huge joke on the website about it, and then like all those parts, there's like a huge 22-minute gap between the two videos where Nathan tells us for like 20 minutes, even though he's 16, they ran Toy Box, which is like a dark web CP website. And he's like joking about running it and saying that he was a pedo and laughing. And like they cut all of those parts out.
So wait, hold on. What was the point of like joking and doing like that as far as this guy saying that? Because they knew people were in there recording? Or
no, we didn't know that Raised was recording. Like, we were just saying horrible shit to each other as a joke, and like Raised recorded it and then played it on stream the next day, and like to troll her. And then they knew that we were kidding, and Wormy and them apologized and said they were sorry, and they completely dropped it. And we thought that they deleted everything. And then if you watch the other recordings, she goes and she tells a lot more timid version of that as a joke when I'm not on the website. And she had all of them, like everybody on the website believe it. And they were like genuinely concerned and really like angry. And then she comes back like 2 days later and she's like, yeah, I was fucking with you guys the whole time. He was on Skype with me and we were laughing at you. You're all retarded. And then like half the website was like, wow, you're a fucking crazy bitch. And she was like, yeah, I know, but it's funny.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you this man to man real quick. You know, I've been married for a while and shit, and the only thing that has me halfway like in believing you is that girl's voice and the way that she was saying stuff and her fake crying like that. I mean that's
yeah, she's a really good actress.
I mean, fuck, my fucking wife is too. That's what I'm saying, dude. But I know it, and that's the only fucking. I mean, I'm still caught 50-50. You know, but not,
I mean, like we're still,
you know,
we're still close, but like these fucking dudes are like nuts. Like I don't know where they come up with this shit or where they how they've twisted it into what it is now. Like I mean, Wormy flat out told everybody, like the whole server yesterday, that King of Pole dude just lied, and he twisted the whole narrative so that it fit his story, so he could get attention. And that Wormy and Reyes told him it was all bullshit and they were fucking with him. And he just completely left it out. I mean, this is the same dude that said that Brick Wong raped his ex and he talked to his ex that nobody in the entire like scene has seen in like over 4 years now. And he said he had a full conversation with her. So he's clearly mentally disabled or like clinically insane because he thinks he has conversations with people that he's never spoken to in his entire life. I personally think he's got some kind of mental disorder because the dude's nuts. Like they caught him on Kiwi Farms being his own fan, and he would vehemently deny that it was him. And then 3 posts later, be like, "Okay, guys, you got me. It's me." Like he has a huge history of just being a pathological lying weirdo. And he goes and he picks 2 people that had just owned for doing that very same thing to an innocent 15-year-old girl. It was so fucked up when they did that. Like that stuff makes me genuinely angry when like people try to like dox underage girls and then harass them for no fucking reason.
Well, so another question that I've been thinking about or asking, you know, and I don't know what's myth, lore, legend, or whatever, but if apparently you I can't even believe I'm saying this, but you have a handler or whatever, like how would how does that come up, you know?
When you work as a government contractor and you go onto a job site, even if you have clearance, there are certain areas that you can't access because you don't have specific clearances. So when you're actually like when you're working like a lab, like they have a lot of cancer research labs that are privately run by governments. When you go onto those job sites, there's like private labs and private floors that you can't get access to. But you know, there's armed guards at every single corner. Like you can't even go take a shit without an escort. And when you do that and you go on those sites, you get assigned a handler just to go on the site. And I mentioned that one time, like while I was on a job site, I was on my break. And I mentioned it to one of the people. I was like, yeah, this dude won't even let me go to the lunchroom to like grab a Coke. And someone was like, oh, that must mean that he does this. And I was like, no, you fucking retard. And then, I don't know, that somehow turned into a rumor that I somehow had a handler, but it was stupid.
Okay, because it just said they came up with somebody's name. I mean, I don't want to believe that you have a. I'm in military. I have a lot of family that works in D.C. and everything, so I know.
Yeah, when you work on like a cancer research lab and shit, they follow you around everywhere you go, even if you have clearance.
Yeah, because they don't want the fucking Jews or whoever to fucking find that shit out and expose it or whatever, some kind of capitalist thing.
Yeah, some dude said that he was like gonna go to the Pentagon about me or some shit, and I was like, okay, go ahead. Like, I don't do anything, so knock yourself out.
I'm just trying to figure out how all this can be resolved. Like, is there even an issue anymore? Like,
I mean, Wormy he went on. He was like, "Yo, It's all bullshit. We were trolling King of Pole. He's stupid and he believed it. He's a fucking idiot. And he said that he would go on any stream and post all those fucking screenshots of King of Pole pestering him, and openly admit that fucking he trolled the shit out of King of Pole because he wanted to piss me off, because Wormy does that all the time.
So are you and Wormy like friends and y'all just fuck with each other like that?
No, like we used to be friends, and then he made a fucking website about like dead grandmother the week we buried her, and I got mad at him and I deleted him like almost a year ago. And he's like, "Oh, I see the Zoom's on. I'm gonna fuck with him," because that's part of the reason why it's tough to be friends with him. Because like you'll be cool in 1 minute, and then he'll just do something really fucked up. Like he was really cool with our friend Alex, and then he told everybody that Alex's girlfriend dumped him because he had autism, and for no fucking reason. Like,
how do people? What do people do in their in real life that have time to do this kind of shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Wormy's young and he's in college, so like he doesn't give a fuck. Like he just thinks it's funny.
I still don't understand. Maybe it's just because like the background that I come from. I just can't understand like spending that much time on frivolous. Yeah, I mean, outside of it, I could say like, oh, that may be funny, but like, I guess I see it the same as like, if I'm walking up to my buddy and I fucking, like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? Then I fucking backhand him in the nuts and he fucking bends over. So I guess it's the same kind of internet. It's an internet punch in the nuts.
Of like Tabby trolling this dude who's interviewing her on Blab, and she's laughing at trolling him. And like you can hear Worm and Ray's in the background, and Worm's like, "Yeah, Michael Hernston, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill your whole family. You're gonna have to get a new dog." Like that's just how Wormy is. He thinks it's funny to like fuck with people and
Well, who is Weave? Who is Weave?
You know what? Where is this Wormy? Let's get Wormy on here. Where's Wormy? Anyone have any contact with Wormy?
Let me message him. I think he's on.
He's
Twitter.
in this distance. He's in the server. I know that.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know which account. Somewhere. I think he's one of the spy accounts since he like only came in once.
He's on Zico.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Wormy thought it would be really funny because he used to date this girl named Paige from Blab. And when they reconnected like a year after Blab went down, Paige was living with this dude, Michael Hernston, and they were dating. And they started a rumor that he was raping Paige. And then she told his whole family. And then Wormy posted recordings to his whole family for crying, saying that she got raped because he thought it was funny.
So I just want to try to get Wormy in here. Where's good old Wormy?
Right, are Wormy and Weave the same person?
No. Weave is like a troll that a lot of people know. He says that he hates Jews and shit.
Wait. Who's that guy that they said that? Because I'm not internet privy. Who's that guy that you said? Oh, was it Weave that you had brought on, or somebody brought on to say like, oh yeah, I know you, or something like that?
Yeah, I said because it was during that whole Baked Alaska thing. He was looking to contact Weave so that he could find a dark web hacker to like own Andy and all those people, and it was something that Joaquin set up with one of their admins.
Well, isn't that dude like? Didn't that dude go to jail for like some time? Like, go off to fucking Europe and like steal his girlfriend, like a bunch of crazy shit.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to as gay as it sounds the lore. I mean, I only knew Weave because we were in a Facebook group with a bunch of mutual friends where they fucked with people with autism online.
Yay!
That's how I knew him. And everybody was like, "You don't know him. You've never spoken to him in your life. You're lying." And like we brought him on, and I was like, "Hey, you remember this one time?" And he was like, "Yeah, I remember this dude. Oh, I actually do know this guy. Yeah, he's legit." And then fucking everybody lost their mind on the stream because he basically vouched for knowing me. Because we used to bully people until they cried on Facebook, and it was really funny.
Yeah, I used to have a Facebook group. It was a meme group, but we've kept gotten fucking banned from Facebook. That's why I moved to Discord.
Yeah, that fucking 30-day suspension thing is so fucking gay. And if you're an admin of the group and like he's the one hosting it, every single person that has administrative purposes on it can get banned for 30 days. It's so fucking gay.
Yeah, that's why I'm just giving up on Facebook. I mean, but I had a couple of alts or whatever, but like I'm pretty open. Like I've doxed myself on here. Like everybody on here like knows my whole name. Nobody really knows like exactly where I live or whatever.
Do you remember Autism Storm?
It was a Facebook group?
Yeah, it was a major Facebook group.
Yeah,
It had like
yeah,
90,000 members. Yeah, me and Weave and Ashok and a few other people were the admins of that group. That's how I know Weave.
Well, there's one that I'm on that's it's called Ancapistan, and I'm really fucking wondering if fucking Ancap is in that one. But I've been absent from Facebook for a little bit. I'm not trying to, like, really what I've been trying to do is, like, pull content from there, like, just going to fucked up Facebook groups or whatever. Because they have all these Facebook groups where there's, like, people, like, doing drugs, like, they live stream them, like, shooting up meth and, like, shooting up other drugs or fucking, like...
Have you ever met that dude, War Dog?
From Heroin Honeys?
Yeah, and he's also, like... I knew him from Skype. I knew him before he was even into heroin. Like, I knew him when he was normal. And he was like this dude that had like muscles and he was in shape. He was this young dude who like would flirt with girls on Skype. And then he became like fucking mentally disturbed. Like I don't know what happened to him.
That's called methamphetamine.
Like one day he was completely normal. He started doing meth and then he flew across the country to move in with a girl who said hi to him one time. And then she was like, dude, I don't want to meet you. And he's like, well, it's a big city. I'll find you someday. And now fast forward like 6 years, he's morbidly obese and he's shoving toilet brushes up his ass on Pornhub.
They have that on Pornhub?
Yeah, it's like drug addict fuck self for money or something like that.
Is that seriously fucking tags? I don't know, man. I've been looking up emo teen pussy since fucking 2005. I haven't looked at anything else.
It's called Drug Addict Fucks Toilet Brush for Money.
Jesus Christ.
And it's fucking War Dog, and he goes into the bathroom and he's like talking about like my friend Waterfall and this dude is friends with Ormy Oliver, and he's like, "We're gonna be Oliver, you're my daddies." And then he goes into the bathroom, completely strips down, and he pulls out a toilet brush and shoves it up his ass. We'll sing "Fuck Me, Waterfall, Waterfall." It's fucking hilarious. And he did it because he thought that they sent him 1 Bitcoin, and early they sent him 10 cents in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big difference. 10 cents of Bitcoin and 1 Bitcoin. I mean, what? I know Bitcoin dropped a little bit. Was it down like 20-30%?
Yeah. I mean, I just converted it all into fucking Ethereum when it was at its highest point, and I've just held on to it since.
Yeah, a lot of people say the Bitcoin thing is gonna like drop, like it's gonna fucking it's gonna blow out or whatever. But you have all these other like smaller, and then like the Rothschilds, the fucking, I don't even know, are they Jewish? Rothschilds? Fuck, I don't know, but they've created their own fucking online currency, internet currency.
What internet currency?
It's called like Roth's coin, like the Rothschilds, whatever the big famous fucking family.
Making a crypto coin isn't really that hard. The hard part is making it, get off the ground.
Yeah, no, I mean I know that, and I'm pretty sure most people that are into like internet, whatever, like would stay far away from that. They would know. And what pisses me off so much is like, so I think it was back in 2000, I think it was 2011, 2010 or 2011. I just got out of the Marine Corps, and I'd gotten fucking $2,000. That's why I left the Marine Corps with. I had $2,000, and I told my friend, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna buy a bunch of fucking weed and flip it. And he was like, nah, dude, what you should do is buy this Bitcoin shit. It's fucking he says it's 50 cents right now. He was like, dude, last week it went up to $1.75, and now it's 50 cents. Blah blah. If you kind of understand where I'm going with the story. I was like, oh no, dude. He was like, look, I have a wallet and everything. We'll put it into this, and then we'll in 6 months when it goes up to $1.50 again, because it went up and down, we could double our money or double your money. And he wanted like 15-20% or whatever. And I was like, no, I think I'll just fucking buy a couple pounds of weed and flip it or whatever.
Yeah, because here that's the thing about cryptocurrencies, that you have to be like day trading. You have to have your eyes glued to the screen to really make profit. Otherwise, you're better off just working a normal job.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have stuck with it anyway. I mean, pretty much say if I bought it at 50 cents a coin, I probably would have sold it when it got up to, as soon as I would have doubled my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting and forgetting about it.
You could have flipped weed in the meantime, right?
Yeah. Well, the whole reason back then, the whole reason why he knew about Bitcoin was because we were on the Silk Road. Like, we used to do a lot of fucking Silk Road business, and like that's how that got started.
Sorry, what was that?
Goddamn fucking clown horn.
Rizzo?
Yeah, no, but anyway, that's how that got started. Was we were buying mescaline and shit off fucking deep web to make DMT. We were buying ayahuasca to make DMT and shit like that, and kind of uncovered the Bitcoin bit. But yeah, I mean, I think 2010. Yeah, it was right when I got the Marine Corps, so it was either 2010, 2011.
Sounds about right.
But I don't regret it, because, like I said, I would have sold it all once I doubled my money, and then it still would have been blown. Knowing me, I wouldn't have ever just sat on it. I would have to have completely forgotten about it. And you don't forget about fucking $500-600. That's what I was looking into investing. Was 500 to 1,000, but. So
I would pay to see King of KOP fight Zoom.
Yeah, I know, man. That video didn't that video didn't do too well for you.
Oh, Wormy's here.
Yeah, what's up?
So Zoom's here asking you about he's asking you to clarify about the video. About the Blab video, the one that was posted on Ralph's report.
I don't know about that. I got told that that detective guy that was telling everyone that me and Ray's went to him, he was like subtweeting us. Is he here?
Well, yeah, he's right under you. He's in voice chat. Both of them are.
Hey, detective, are you here?
No, he's not here, but he's in the chat. He might be at work right now.
He's definitely afraid of me, Wormy.
Oh, right.
Wait,
I know Zoom's here. I don't care.
Didn't Detective get beat up by his girlfriend? Like,
yeah, I don't care.
He's challenging him to a fight? Like, what the fuck?
He said he got beat up by her, and then she pulled a gun on him and beat him up.
But how is he going to challenge you to a fight then?
Dude, ask Wormy. When I let that Brandon dude, there was like 8 black dudes there, and like they kept breaking the fight up every time I would choke him or grab him. Like, it was so gay.
So why is Detective not on VC?
Because he's scared of me.
He's at work.
He got caught in multiple lies last night, and now he's been outed as a cocksucker too. So it's even funnier.
The cocksucker thing wasn't really a secret.
I don't care if he likes to suck dick. I don't care. I just don't know why he was tweeting about me and my friend, saying stuff like, and I don't remember the exact quote, but it was something like, next time you guys want to make accusations about people like Zoom, how about you report it to police and not come to people like me or some shit like that, when he came to us and begged us for the video clip. I don't know.
So just,
like,
he retweeted like 5 people in this Discord.
Huh?
He retweeted like 5 people in this Discord last night.
And Wormy, did you not confirm yesterday that he was full of shit and that you told him everything and you were just fucking with me and trolling?
By which part?
When you told him all that shit and you told him it was all real, and then like we talked about the
video and the Nathan CT thing.
Yeah, the whole thing with Nathan and like how you were just fucking with him.
Nathan,
you didn't think he'd actually go on.
We said he ran toy box or whatever. Yeah.
The one recording, it's like it's her and she's talking to Warren, and you're literally talking about how you want to kill Michael Herndon and his dog. Like they don't get that like that was like a huge joke on the website, and like people are laughing in the one recording as she's telling the story.
I don't remember the Warren and the Michael Henderson thing because that was super long ago, but I know what happened. I just don't remember what was said.
Yeah, you remember when you guys found Michael Herndon's family and you told them that he raped Paige?
That wasn't me.
She said it was you and Doctor that did it.
No, not me. I don't do stuff like that. It's super fucked up.
Yeah, they had his whole family believing that he was raping Paige into being his girlfriend.
I think he did. I don't think that was a joke. I think that actually happened.
I don't know, man. He was like, when I talked to him the one time, he was like deathly afraid of you.
That's weird. I want to speak to Detective though, and I know Detective doesn't have a job, and if he does have a job, it's not so that's important than talking to me. So he should come on voice chat.
He's claiming that he's at his job right now, but I don't believe him.
No, he's had a job like he has
a later.
No, he has a job like he's been in voice chat and then like not muted himself and like had calls and shit come up. So I mean, I can vouch for that.
So yeah, if you want to talk to Detective, just check in a few hours.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking for him or anything. I'm just saying, you know,
yeah,
I don't want anybody being fucking bullshitted.
Okay, so let's just clear the air here. Wormy, do you corroborate? Has Zoom or has he not watched and jacked off the child porn?
Fuck, nigga.
Wormy.
I was drinking, you fucking idiot. Hold up.
Okay.
I don't know if he's actually watched child porn. But I don't know. I don't fucking sit next to him, dude.
Make a rough guess.
Why would I know if he watches child porn or not? I was literally only in the recording.
Well, I don't know.
Well, according to Detective, you came to him. This is a detective story. You came to him.
That didn't happen.
You willingly handed over the recording. He never harassed you for it.
No, he had to ask us for fucking like 20 times.
And he also says that you told him it was all in one take, that there were no cuts at all, period.
Yeah, I did say that. And
that it was only one day that it happened. And like those one.
I did say that part too.
Were only one day. Okay, I said you know that's bullshit.
No, I honestly thought because I didn't have I had to get off raise. I didn't know that it had been cut, but I know only the beginning had been cut, and there's a reason for that. Like nothing was edited; it was just
because we're literally like laughing with Wormy, with fucking Nathan.
If you look at the time on Ray's computer in the videos, it doesn't. It only changes after the second part.
Yeah, because there's like a part where like I think it was
the videos. The videos are called Pedo Zoom 1, Pedo Zoom 2, and then Tabby kills herself or some shit like that. The Tabby kills herself is a separate part from Pedo 1 and Pedo 2.
Like, yeah, it was like 2 days later when we were trolling.
Yeah, but that's why they're called different things. It's because the part 1 and part 2 were after each other, and then the second part was I don't even remember the time frame, but however long after that was when it was recorded.
Okay, so
I think
Wormy. So you corroborate that the recording was completely fabricated.
No, it happened. But
no, I mean like the entire situation. That was a setup. That was an act, or was it not?
Like we didn't know that Ray's was recording, and then when we went,
and I didn't. If it was an act, me and Ray's had no idea Zoom was trolling.
But you even admitted yesterday that when you guys were trolling her about it the next day, and she told you that she was just trying to get me off the website, you apologized to her and told her you deleted it.
Yeah, that happened. Okay, that's why I didn't have a copy. I had to get off a raise.
Because not only did KOP say that never happened, he brought Cypher, who's a notorious pedophile and a liar, who I had just known in October for fucking extorting a 15-year-old. He brought him on, and Cypher literally just lied and went along with his story so that he could make fun of me. He claimed none of that ever happened. He also claimed that Tabby never, told everybody the truth, that she was lying.
But Cypher's an ethical pedophile. Cypher's an ethical pedophile.
Yeah, it's perfectly okay for what he does because he waits till they're 18 and he grooms them.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's why it's perfectly okay.
Are you joking?
No, I have a recording of him literally screaming and saying, "Show me the law! Show me the law that it's not real." You want to hear it? I'll give it to you.
Grooming
right
is
now.
illegal. There's like it's called like
It's really funny, dude. I'll give you the recording.
It's something like that, like sexualizing with minors. Like you don't actually have to even as long as you're talking about sex at all with a minor.
Well, he's literally telling them they're going to be his low-key underage girlfriend.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah, he's saying that it's perfectly okay, and how he can't wait to have his dick in them, and how he gets mad when other dudes flirt with them and shit like that. And then he like goes on in detail about how he wants to have sex with them. It's really weird. I mean, he got caught in multiple lies because like he said that he had that Zentani girl come on, and she was like, yeah, Zoom doxed me at school, and he said that like he was gonna send meth to my school, but I have them on recording in October, and she's screaming at Cypher and saying, you're the one that doxed me, and you're an asshole, and she's agreeing with me and making fun of him, and then he's crying hysterically because his internet's off. And there's a recording, and in that recording, within the first 5 minutes, you can hear Cypher laughing about how convenient it is that he came across King of Pole, and how it was really convenient that he was able to convince him of everything right after I had just owned him for it.
Okay, Zoom, if you want, just send King of Pole like the
no,
full
why? No, don't do that, because then it's just gonna build a defense later. Like that's stupid.
Just listen to that, and in that, Cypher's literally laughing and saying that he basically used King of Pole to get rid of me, and then he argues for like 20 minutes.
Why did you say the Zyrex tells the story video?
Yeah.
Why did you say that shit? That was pretty bad.
Dude, I was trolling that fucking chick. That was Florian's victim. You remember Florian?
I remember Florian. I don't know the context to it. I just know the video.
Do you remember that chick Maddie that used to hang out with OP? And she came in the Discord and she played that golf with friends game? That's Maddie. That was the chick that Florian like doxed, and he would swat her school all the time until she called him Big Daddy Florian. Because he was fucking weird. And we were reading his chat logs and talking about how like he claimed that she sent him nudes and how she saw his dick and shit like that. We're literally like reading the chat logs, and that dude Ryan was recording us because he's a fucking pedo and he's like 40. And we're literally just mocking him. That's why she's laughing the whole time. And then halfway through the recording, we literally just changed the subject and we're making fun of other shit.
I had no problem with that detective guy. Back to like the main reason. I had no problem with the detective guy. He seemed pretty cool. Well, kind of annoying, but he seemed like cool. He was just kind of like, I just thought he was like kind of autistic. Or maybe like Asperger's or whatever. But then he started like lying and shit. Like he wanted all the credit and the fame that came with exposing you, but he didn't want any of the backlash. And that's really fucking gay.
He was willing to say literally anything. And like he brings Cypher on the back end. The dude that just lies about everything.
No, I recommended Cypher.
He actually listened to you.
Yeah, Cypher's a good guy.
Where the hell is that Diogenes faggot? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, even Diogenes is like, yeah, I sent him all that shit last night and he went through all of it. And he's like, I can actually see this now. Like, and he even admitted that it was bullshit that like detective knew, like he claimed that he found this all in like one day. No, he was planning this for like a week and he flat out lied. And then he stacked the panel against me, getting fucking Tonka Salt and fucking Diogenes all pissed off at me, and brought them all in to fucking just completely railroad me, so I had no place to talk. After harassing Tabby for hours in Discord, like hours, dude. Like Wormy was there. He was harassing her to the point where she didn't want to talk to anybody besides Wormy.
Well, I don't know if that. Well, maybe that is the case because you said she had anxiety or whatever. But she would only reply to me. People would ask her questions and then she'd ignore them, and then I'd ask her questions, she'd talk to me, but then she'd mainly like, she wouldn't want to talk about what you guys were talking about. She'd want to talk about just random blab shit.
Because these dudes, like, they weren't on blab, so they don't understand, like, the context. Like, even that Chloe chick was, like, lying about why I got banned from blab. Like,
I just don't know how.
The other day.
I don't know how Ralph and those guys are so egotistical, but they're like degenerates, just like Cypher.
Well, Ralph is too busy like punching women, so
yeah. I heard he was a pedophile. I stand by that allegation.
The minute I told Detective that you were willing to go on stream and debunk his bullshit, he was like, "Oh, let's fight in real life."
Well, I don't know what you mean by debunk his bullshit. I don't want to call him out on anything else other than the shit he involved me in, Raisin. I don't.
Yeah, his story was you came to him, you told him all this shit that you've already admitted you didn't tell him. And that you basically told him all this.
But the thing is I don't really know what he's actually told you, or I don't know if you're like reciting stuff he misheard. Like, it's best if I just hear what he has to say from his mouth, and then that way I can debate him on that. But yeah, I never came to him.
I mean, he's rapidly living up to his reputation as a serial bullshitter. I mean, the other day, like, we told him a few weeks ago that this dude raped his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And he told us that he not only interviewed her, who hasn't been online in like 5 years because she like left the internet, that he interviewed her, but that he spoke to this other dude, Boyd, and that Boyd told him the same thing. And I literally have the chat logs in the Discord where we told him this, and he flat out asked fucking Boyd.
Can you actually fight the detective guy?
Dude, the only thing he's fought against is his struggling autism.
I'll both give you $1,000 in Bitcoin if you fight.
Okay.
I'm dead serious.
I don't even know where the dude lives.
Yeah, I don't care how it gets set up or whatever. But I'll both give you $1,000 if you actually turn up and fight. But it can't be like the Brandon fight. It needs to
I'll kneecap him in the parking lot and beat him to fucking death.
You can, as long as it's on camera, I don't really care.
I'll literally I'll find him where he goes to work and I'll fucking kneecap him with a pipe.
Okay, bet. Just get Tabby to record it.
She doesn't live in America anymore.
Get Nathan to record it.
Remember when Nathan thought that I went to his house? And I told him I smacked his mailbox with a baseball bat, and he got all scared.
Yeah, I told everyone that was true.
Yeah, Cypher was posting screenshots of that and saying that I threatened to kill Nathan, and I was serious.
Yeah, I was joining in. I was saying it was true, and I was like vouching for Cypher. It's funny.
This fucking King of Bull dude would believe anything. Like I literally told him a guy raped a dude. He's not only invented sources, but he's come up with a whole story to fit it, and none of it's true.
Why does he want a truce with you now? He's so fucking gay. Holy shit. Tell him no truce. Tell him you're gonna fucking beat the fuck out of him and you're gonna rape his little sister. Double down on the whole pedo thing, Zoom. I think me, Ray's, and Doctor are the only people that got off a blab without pedophile allegations.
Dude, Doctor told everybody that, that I like that I own this girl so hard.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. I know about
it's
that.
not
That's
true.
That's true.
No, he admitted it on stream that he lied
that's,
because he
that's
wanted everybody to
facts.
fuck with. No, he admitted it. He
No,
came
I
up
believe
and
it.
told everybody that it was bullshit. He told Tabby too. He called her on Discord
Doesn't matter.
and told her he made the whole story up.
Does not matter. It sounds entertaining, so it's true.
Fuck you.
And the thing is, I know the detective recently got exposed for being a fucking fag or whatever, which is cool. But that King of Detective guy, he made me and Ray's join like a private message thing. And he was like trying to sext us. And he was like, oh, if you don't sext me back, you're not going to be allowed on Internet Blood Sports. And me and Ray's were like, what the hell? What's that? And he was like, don't worry. And he was like telling us to send like, take our shirts off and sell pictures and stuff. Ray's can vouch.
Yeah, I saw the nigga's dick. It's fucking small.
I didn't see his dick because I'm not gay, but it's cool.
And then you sent it to me, and I said, "Don't."
No, that's not how it happened. Because you were sending him like nudes and shit.
No, but he privately messaged you because he wanted you.
No. He wanted me to get you. That was what you were gonna say, right?
Bullshit.
He wanted you to get me so I could get you.
Yeah, but then he wanted me to tell you that he wanted you.
I want to say shit like, dude, I'm gonna kill you and your whole family. But I know people will grab the message IDs and report me to fucking Discord and get me banned.
Who cares?
Somebody did that last time. I was really pissed because I had to re-add everybody and I had to actually go find the fucking Discord invites. It was super annoying.
Tell Cop if he doesn't come to you, you're going to him. You should send him an alligator. An alligator is like $300 to ship him an alligator.
I bet he goes to the police.
Say, I know you're going to go to the police, but that doesn't matter because I'm the FBI. What clearance did you say you had again?
GS-13 Step 1.
I don't know what that means, but tell him that. It's not top secret anymore, is it?
As long as I don't discuss what I do when I'm on job site, I'm not going to lose my clearance.
What do you usually do on your job site?
The last time I did a internal audit of Cisco infrastructure on a cancer research lab.
Nice.
It was paid for by a defense contractor. So apparently they were investigating some kind of advanced stem cell therapy for lung cancer. And they had like a bunch of internal servers that they wanted to make sure were like bulletproof. I'm gonna kill Detective's whole family.
Me too.
Yeah, me and Wormy are gonna show up and we're gonna be like that movie, The Strangers.
If he bans me off of Internet of Blood Sports, I'm gonna be pissed.
Is Ray still here?
No, his representative is though. You can't talk to Ray's face to face anymore. You need to speak to one of his managers. Did you spell FBI with an L?
No.
This is really fucking boring, dude. I thought
he won't come in
Detective was gonna be here.
He's probably gonna go print out his cease and desist letter.
He's just got to talk to a few Jews first.
Why is his YouTube bio really cringy?
This is like his 8th YouTube account. Because did you read that Kiwi Farms thing I linked you?
No, I just read his about on YouTube and it made me laugh. It was something like never end up on the exceptional detective's path or some shit.
Yeah, basically, this is what he does, right? He'll investigate somebody. Like he investigated this dude Brightside Viking.
What does investigate mean? Does that mean he just Googles them?
He just Googles them and makes up stories.
Nice.
And this guy Brightside Viking was trolling him and calling him a retard. And he started investigating him, and he claimed that this dude got him fired from his job. So after like 9 months of him just saying this guy got him fired from his job, the guy decided to email his boss and be like, hey, this fucking wacko works for you. Here he is on stream, like being a fucking weirdo. Maybe this guy shouldn't be working for you because he's got your uniform on and he makes your company look bad. So they fired him. And then
wait, I wasn't actually listening to you. He got fired? Detective got fired?
Yeah, he got fired because he would do YouTube videos of himself dressed in the uniform from his job. And he claimed that this dude, Brightside Viking, that was trolling him on Kiwi Farms, got him fired from his job for like months. So Brightside Viking decided, fuck it, I'll actually just call his job and get him fired. And then he lost his fucking mind because he actually lost his job.
Yeah, but he's in a good place now. Now he gets to do paperwork for Rivet or whatever the fuck he said.
Then he claimed that the dude was a pedophile and that he had proof. And people asked for it, and it turned out that he just like made up a bunch of fake accounts and fake.
Sounds like you're jealous of the exceptional detective.
I am, dude. I'm jealous of that giant egghead.
I don't know what he looks like, but actually, yeah, I do.
Dude, just look up Brian Dunn. It's hilarious. There's like tons of pictures of him.
Yeah, I don't really care what he looks like, to be honest.
He looks like fucking Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't think he does.
Just shave his head and put a dick in his mouth. It's him. But yeah, he lied about the guy, and then the guy proved that he was full of shit. So he got blown the fuck out. He changes his name, disappears, comes back 2 months later, and says that he's a fan of himself. And then proceeds to talk about how he loves his own videos and how the guy got a bad shake. They checked the IPs. It's the same fucking IP as the original account. So they merged the two accounts and said he was a fucking liar. Then he comes back on another account and gets caught on I think he has about 30 accounts where he was just pretending to be other people and pretending to be his own fan. And every time the admin would catch him by checking the IP logs and blow him out for it. And then he would just disappear, change his name, and come back again. And then he would create more stories and rumors and lies. And every time that he would get caught lying or get caught being full of shit, he would just disappear and change his name.
You know what you got to do, Zoom?
What?
You got to prove to everyone in here that you're a black cat, and you have to hack everybody in here. Starting with the detective guy.
I mean, there were people crying because I hacked into their Discord and posted screenshots of them being weirdos. Like when Cypher, when I got into his Discord, he lost his fucking mind.
How did you get into Cypher's Discord?
We took his name account.
He
yeah, he had that monitored cipher at AIM.com when we took it. And then we also took his mom's Verizon. And like I really turned me and Kraken. He called AOL and reset his password. And then I called Verizon and I took his Verizon account. I used to do it right in front of Darku. Like it was me, Darku, and Alex, and I would sit and I would call up and pretend to be his mom.
Damn. Did you, Darku, and Alex do a lot of stuff together?
Well, Darku, he stopped coming in our group chat because Kraken kept kicking him because Kraken hated him. But like I don't know. I guess now that Kraken's gone for 2 years, like Darku's probably gonna get invited back.
Damn. So Darku's like the rebound hacker for you guys, then. And not in like a.
I never had a problem with Darku. It was always Kraken that fucking hated him. Kraken hated Six too.
I don't like Six, but yeah, Darku's nice. But so now that Kraken's going, you're gonna get your boy Darku back. What are you gonna hack next? What's on the hack?
To be honest, like we never really fucked with anybody until like fucking Cypher started being a fucking weirdo because like he's such a fucking fag. So the first time we took his Verizon, he never got his Verizon back. I still have the Verizon account. Like I can give you a password, you can log in. It's really funny. He abandoned the Verizon account and he got Comcast, and then he was telling everybody he was in LA. And Kraken's like, dude, let's see if he's really in LA. So we still had all of his information from when we owned him the first time. Like when I owned his mom's email, in his mom's email, there are pictures of their driver's licenses, their social security cards, and we got Cypher's resume, we got the birth certificates for his whole family, we even got the fucking custody papers for his sister's kid that she signed over to his parents. You know, the kid that he said was his and that he takes care of it. Yeah, he's lying about all that too. And we went through everything, and it turns out that like he was lying, and he was living with her the whole time. And he told everybody, like he told that young Scully dude that he lived in LA and that he had a mansion. And then it was he moved to San Diego 2 days later. And he was like, yeah, I'm in my mansion in San Diego. So I still had all the information. And Comcast has this thing where as long as you have the social security number and the address for the account on file, you can actually find out if they have an account just by searching it through one of their search tools on the website. So we got the number for the account. We called it, and it was like, "Hi, you've reached the Cannies. If you'd like to leave a message, please leave one after the beep." So we knew that was his number, and I got into his Comcast, and I called it in like 30 times in one day. I just kept turning his internet off over and over and over again. And then I decided I was gonna like go for broke. I had all of his all the bills and shit for like the power and stuff that went directly to his mom's email. So I had the billing number for the account. And I went through her email and I found out what her maiden name was. It was Hand. And then I called up and I said, hold on, let me find it.
Yes, hello. My name is Nancy Kenny, and my social security number is 199525137. Yes, my birthday. It's 5/27/1959. We've actually moved. Me and my husband, Mark D. Kenny. We've sold our house, and we're actually moving up to Nebraska. So I'm going to have to go ahead and issue a disconnect order for the address.
And his power is on the outside of the house. So they just went and they pulled the power thing and threw a metal boot on it while he was out with his mom, like food shopping. And the dude came home and he had no power. And he was like freaking out. Because it took him like 2 weeks to get it back on. It was hilarious. Then he tried to claim that like his Comcast wasn't off, and he really pissed me off. So I called up and I said,
"Hi, my name is Nancy Kenny, and my recovery email for the account HRAJ7314 is funladybugs3@gmail.com. Yes, my son Mark, he's a bit touched in the head, and he basically
didn't you hack BullyHunters.org?
Yeah.
When did you do that? Because apparently, didn't they run everything as root, or they chmod 667 everything, or 777 everything?
No, they had their BullyHunters website was running through like a JSX API that was working on this back end for this advertising company called FCB Chicago. And when they were doing the demo of how Bully Hunter's website works, they were showing themselves like logged in to the Bully Hunter's website, and they did that thing where they connect through Steam through OAuth. And when they clicked it, it didn't say bullyhunters.com. It said fucking linden.fcb Chicago. So I looked it up, and it turned out it was like a subcontainer on an Amazon network. Like they had an Amazon Azure account container for fucking, I think it was like S3. So Alex scans it, and he's like, dude, their S3 bucket's completely open, and you can write to it. So I did a fucking enumeration scan through one of my fucking pen testing scripts, and it turns out that they had a bunch of writable directories, and they had a directory from when they set up fucking Nginx. And I looked in it, and they had left SSH keys for like an automated connect script that worked with the API for fucking the Bully Hunters website. And the SSH keys had API keys for connecting to the fucking box. And I found the IP for the box on it. And I just logged in, and they literally used the same password and everything. And I uploaded a shell, and I just unramed the entire box.
When you do stuff like hack Bully Hunters, aren't you scared they're going to take your clearance away? Like when you admit it and stuff?
No.
Why not? Why won't they take your clearance away for that?
How would they know that they did it?
Because you admit it on like streams and shit.
Yeah, but I'm just a name on stream. They can't physically see me. I don't go on camera anymore like the other part.
But you saying that, you're saying I don't go on camera anymore like I do anymore. What they would have to do is go and find an older video of you going on camera, Martin.
Okay, but you can't use voice as evidence in court.
I don't know. I'm not asking. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that whole thing of like, oh, I got you on recording, it's really hard to use that in a kind of court case. I really wish Detective would come on so that he could talk to you.
Yeah. Me too. I really want to, but he's busy doing paperwork.
He's busy doing paperwork. AutoCAD ribbit shit? Why is he doing AutoCAD ribbit shit when he just said the other day on stream that he lost
an automation tool?
Yeah. Why is he doing that when he admitted on what the hell stream was he on? Oh, it was on his own stream, and he was talking about how he lost his job. No, it was his stream that he did the other day. That fucking lolcast thing.
No, I mean, I said isn't AutoCAD automation software, but it's not. What's wrong?
It's like a drafting thing for like 3D drafting.
Yeah, I just would it. I don't know.
He said on fucking stream the other day that he had a job working for like a termite company, and he would go do 4-point inspections of houses and tell them what kind of termite services they needed. He said that on a lolcast yesterday, and then he lost his job, but then he got rehired or something in a different department, but he still worked for the same termite company. So why the hell would he be doing AutoCAD?
What do you mean?
Why would he be doing digital drafting in AutoCAD and like design work when he claimed that he worked for a fucking termite company on his own stream the other day?
Every company needs visual.
They don't need visual when you say that you sell fucking termite inspection.
Well, I mean,
he said that on lolcow.
Pretty much every company needs visual, but I don't know if they need a dedicated visual guy.
Dude, he said he was a 4-point inspector that recommended people get fucking termite sprays in their house. You don't need AutoCAD for that.
He might have like multiple.
And then on the Ralph report, he said he was fucking going to law school.
I don't really. It doesn't matter what he's doing. I can fucking catch what he's doing. I just want to come on VC.
Well, I know for a fact that some companies have people that they just do everything.
Yeah, that's what
they just do like all the side shit.
Yeah, no one cares.
What he fucking does, dude.
He's probably watching child porn.
Now he's going back to school to be a fucking civil engineer. And then he's telling people he's in law school and he has a background in law and another fucking stream. Like, what is this fucking doing? What is he, a Swiss Army knife of autism? Fucking just tells people different stories every day.
My tummy hurts.
Maybe if you're nice, he'll help you out.
Who?
Detective. He'll write a nice video about you.
What's he gonna do? Suck my dick?
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he would.
No, the only dude, whoever speaks to detective is just a fucking leech.
Dude, he's the detective.
He's also the king of Paul, but he's not even white. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he's the king of Paul, but he's dating a fucking Syrian girl.
Why is every white nationalist or whatever in this community fucking not white? So stupid.
It's kind of like how Tonka's in India, but he's really Mexican, and he lives in Tennessee.
Isn't Ralph like a fat Jew? He looks like a fat Jew.
He's a ginger.
Yeah, but is he a Jew?
I don't know, there's a lot of Jews here.
Fucking, you're talking to a Jew right now, Ezekiel. What are you doing?
I mean, I don't care if there's a Jew or not. I'm just saying it's weird how that Ralph guy, I thought he was like an alt-right Nazi guy, or I was told.
Yeah, you know, it's a fucking shame that King of Paul did this, because he completely ruined the whole thing that I had set up for Baked Alaska. Because I was talking to his manager, and she actually got in contact with his bodyguard. And it turns out that he's so afraid of being beaten up when he's on live stream that he pays the bodyguard to follow him around, and the guy hangs out like a block back in case anything gets crazy. And then he'll just have the bodyguard jump in and protect him. But apparently he doesn't pay the bodyguard, just like he didn't pay his manager or those people that he fucked over on live stream.
Wait, this image link I just posted, is that actually Ralph, the Ethan or Ralph, public disorder, conduct, assault, and battery for everybody?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. How is he taking the moral? I know it's not as bad as being a pedophile or whatever he accused you of being, but how is he like able to sit there and compete with degenerates and shit while being arrested for hitting girls? It's kind of weird. Dude, where's detective? Someone tell detective that Zoom's calling a funeral home and getting his dead grandparents dug up. And he needs to come on VC to get them to stop. Why is your name Skiddy Larp now, Zoom? I think someone's making fun of you.
Yeah.
You should hack them. Why did you say you've never held a gun in your life? That's a weird thing to say in an argument. Wait, what the fuck? He called you ugly, autistic, and pedophile. You've never held a gun in your life, and then he said he reported you to the police, and then he said he has to stand it. What the fuck? Why would he mention the stand your ground thing if he called the police?
All these fucking weed faggots.
Tell him the gig is up. What did you say, AKM? Something about weed faggots. It's all the few stuff. How come me and my social circle are all geniuses at chess, and you guys just watch anime? It's kind of weird.
Even though
Shut up, dude. You just beat me in a chess match like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, dude.
I can see him right now. Look, this guy on the internet Discord, he's sending me knife and gunning emojis.
I don't know why he's calling me autistic, so is he.
Hey, dude, I'm only a 33 out of 50, so I don't really count. You have to have 50 before.
Yeah, but he's probably like somewhere around 35, 40. There's no way that someone who isn't autistic calls themselves a detective non-ironically. I'm a sociopath. You're gonna get clap knife gun. Send them the Zoom tells a story, like, be like, this is what I'm capable of.